Just a few months ago, Zafer Ertem was living a normal enough life in Germany, married with children and earning nicely with his own business. But when the refugees started arriving, Zafer didn't hesitate to help. He's now in Turkey, taking care of accommodation, food and even work for around 1,000 Syrians. But with growing resistance from the Turkish authorities, does the camp he cares for have a future? There are good and bad days in Zafer's new life. Today sounds like it could be a good one. It's the first day of schooling here at a refugee settlement on the outskirts of Torbali in western Turkey. 30 children are busy learning the alphabet, although otherwise it doesn't really resemble a proper school. There's one principle that Zafer Ertem has always believed in. Big things have small beginnings.
This looks like classes 1A through 3B. We still need to get a sun shelter. This is all just provisional. Later, over there, we'll be setting up a big tent with whiteboards, tables, benches, and books. Everything you need for a school.
Muhannad Hamis Hais is the teacher. He's a refugee himself from Hasaka in Syria. When Zafer asked him if he could help out, probably for no money, he agreed.
I was a teacher in Syria, and I miss my pupils. It hurts seeing the kids here like this. I want to help that generation. I want to see them having a decent future.
The refugees live in dozens of tents. Some of them have been standing here for 4 years when the first arrivals came. The camp is not officially recognized by the Turkish authorities, who consider it a nuisance. They want to see the majority of the refugees relocated to camps in the southeast of the country, close to the Syrian border. Wadha Ahmad came here a few months ago with her husband and 7 children.
Conditions are okay here. But of course we hope things will go back to normal soon in Syria. And that it will be safe for our children to go to school there and for us to return to our families and homes.
Zafer Ertem has been in Torbali for almost 2 months now. He first started helping refugees back in Munich, where he lives. The next step was handing out food along the Balkan route, then, as now, on his own initiative. But in Torbali, he wants to go a step further and help set up something more permanent, with his helpers and the donations he's collected. He won't be put off by repeated threats from the local authorities to close down the camp. Zafer Ertem wants to see the settlement become a dignified place to live and make a home.
We'll be building playgrounds, a proper school, and a kindergarten, as well as apartments and workshops. Women will be able to learn a profession and earn money. The result will be a little village, a little Syria, without the barbed wire and gates. People here will be free to come and go and live their lives.
And a vital factor there is finding work, which is in short supply. Bezra Kirmizetepe agreed to take on a number of refugees as harvest hands. Being the son of Turkish parents, Zafer Ertem knows the local language, which is a big help when it comes to opening doors. The workers are paid in cash, the equivalent of 13 euros a day for women, 17 for men. The usual rate in this region, says Bedra.
We're under a lot of pressure from police. They want these people to disappear, but they're reluctant to go back to the refugee camps. There's nothing there for them, they say. Here, they at least have the chance to earn money. Once the war in Syria is over and they're able to go back, they're really going to need that money to make a new start.
Most of the adults here previously worked on farms back in Syria. Europe is certainly not the promised land for all of them.
I tell the people coming here from our homeland Syria, the journey across the sea isn't worth it. You'll drown. Try starting a new life here in Turkey. There are people here who want to help us.
Zafer Ertem has managed to reassure the landowner that he'll find a solution to the police threats. Leave it to me, he says, over and over.
Who can say this could never happen to us and our children? We'd also hope there'd be someone reaching out a hand and offering to help. When people are in need, then of course we help.
He is on his way to one of the largest artificial leather factories in the region. Can the manager recruit some more Syrians from the refugee village in addition to the 4 already here? Turkey recently passed a law permitting employers to hire asylum seekers, although the necessary work permit is difficult to acquire.
Just hiring those 4 Syrians was a very long process. We had to take care of them until they had their work permits, the rent, water and electricity. And that also meant taking care of their families. We set up a charity to cover the costs. Now they can earn their own money like everybody else.
The meeting ends after an hour. The manager says he'll consider taking on more refugees. It's not the breakthrough Zafer Ertem was hoping for, but big things have small beginnings. Back in the refugee village, the kids want to play soccer with him. He's been back to Germany only a couple of times since last summer. It's been weeks since Ertem, who runs an intercultural communications firm, played with his own children. But he doesn't want to leave the people here on their own, especially not now with the threat of the settlement being closed down.
If I'm there, I can at least do something. I can't just fly home. I have to stay, although I'm not sure how I'm going to break the news to my wife.
The next morning, one of the families has invited Zafer to eat with them. A token of appreciation for his efforts. But they are afraid they might have to leave soon.
At least the mayor was not against us. But now he's decided to take a back seat.
Then Zafer Ertem gets a call. And it's not a positive one. It seems the police are finally preparing to close down the camp. There is no time to waste.
Goodbye. We'll probably be getting some visitors tomorrow. I've made an appointment with the mayor. I'm going to talk to him about the issues involved and how this is not a solution. I hope I can win a bit of time.
Ich hoffe, dass ich da ein bisschen vorankomme und Zeit gewinne.
The local mayor has refused to allow cameras in, so Zafer Ertem goes into the city hall on his own. He wants to explain why his vision is the better one, for the refugees, the people of Torbali, and for Turkey. After almost an hour of negotiating, the volunteer from Germany has at least secured a postponement. The mayor has agreed to give him and his volunteers some more time.
I asked him to turn a blind eye now and again. He'll be giving us water, waste disposal services, and stones to make a road. But that's all. If the governor now overrules him, then the refugees will have to go. So now I'll have to go and see the governor.
Just a few days after we left, he found out that the authorities would after all be closing the camp in a few days' time. Zafer Ertem remains determined to fight down to the final second, however, for his dream of a working village for the refugees.